Я никогда не...
Geçten kadar dikkatli.
Ride till we die, on to the sub. Love is love, and I enjoy the love. But when there's conflict, then it destroys. Ride till we die, on to the sub. Love is love, and I enjoy the love. But when there's conflict, then it.
But at a more moderate pace. He's a big boy, grappling with Jamal. He let me start mostly from the dominating top position, trying to control him. I think I did a relatively good job maintaining the half guard position, side control positions, and I think I even got to his back. But I'm also so much smaller, so I kind of like slip into like these weird places when these bigger people try to explode and get out of these positions. And even then, he was trying not to use his size and his strength as much, which was good for him. From a technical standpoint, for him to work on some of the things that he's going to need to tighten up, because if he can hit those type of things without using his strength and trying to be just a bigger person, I think that's going to go a lot further for him than just muscling out of everything.
The fight, was just getting warmed up. Everybody knows I'm a 4th and 5th round fighter. I just get started in those championship rounds. I could have finished him in that 4th, 5th round. He was breathing heavy. He didn't have much more to offer. He wasn't going to be able to have much volume in those last rounds. So I feel like I was going to be able to take over in that fight. It was a close competitive fight. He didn't outclass me. He didn't drop me. He didn't really hurt me. There was a little cut that happened. I rewatched the film. It was like minute 2. And it was like a headbutt or right off his hip or something, but it wasn't from a punch. So, that's the only thing that really limited my potential to be at 100%. It's unfortunate that DEI doctor stopped the fight early. I feel like the fight was just getting started and there was a lot more that needed to be settled in there. So, it's unfortunate. It sucks, but, it's out of my hands. I wasn't even training. I didn't even have a training camp together. I literally, had to put my favorite fighter of all time, Chael Sonnen, the undisputed, undefeated, Westland gangster, as my head coach and switch everything around. Didn't have any training partners, didn't get a proper training camp like this guy. He was in training camp for 12 weeks. He was preparing for the best version of someone. I'm coming off the couch. This guy got me at 30%. I still should have beat him on no notice. So, but, we'll come back stronger from this like we always do. Every setback is the perfect opportunity for a comeback. I love fighting. I love the UFC. And I love proving people wrong. So they're going to be surprised for what's in store in the future and how motivating I'm going to be. I'm going to get back into training camp and, I'm going to grind like I've never grind. I want to go out on top and, I want to finish my career the right way and leave a great legacy where people remember me as one of the greatest welterweights of all time.
First fight I lost, and then I win next one, and then CFFC, oh, you want to fight in 2 weeks? I said, okay, yeah, sure. And then I lost this fight too, and then I'm like, fuck this MMA.
So did you retire?
That was the moment.
That
yeah.
was. What year was that?
That was the moment. 2000, end of 2014.
And you just like, I'm done with MMA?
Yeah, because at that time in my head I was thinking I'm not the best, because if I lost here in Ring of Combat, I was 1 and 2. How I'm gonna win UFC?
Right,
how I'm gonna go
right.
make it to UFC?
Right.
I was booked for my next fight, but I had headaches and I wasn't happy, not motivated, and I said no. I want some time off. And I was thinking I'm gonna live normal, like normal people lives. I'm like, okay, I have a job, and
you're doing construction, right?
Construction, yeah. And I was thinking to get better in construction, make money, and work daytime, nighttime, go restaurants, go club, hang out with girls, maybe get married, and then live like normal. And I was doing all this, but I wasn't happy, I was missing something in the competition. I came back and I said, I don't care, win or lose, I'm gonna just keep fighting. Even in that time they wasn't paying me in Ringo Combat, they wasn't paying nothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, maybe hopefully I can fix my immigration papers and then maybe fight in China, because my Georgian friends was fighting in China. They was making $1,000, $2,000, and maybe they, long as they cover my flight, I could see China, go Russia. You know, I was thinking like this. I forget about UFC and Bellator or something like that. But came back, win 6 straight, and then now it came to where I was champion. Ringo Combat, I was in here.
Knocked out Rafion.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Knocked out my boy.
Crazy.
You said it's a fight and anything can happen. Maybe he could beat you. How? If Merab wins this fight, how do you think he would beat you?
He will not. I can't imagine how he will beat me. He can hold me. Okay, maybe he will take me down one time, but he have to hold me there. He can't. And he have to punch. Like, it's not gonna be how he did always. I'm not the person who will going to, like, you know, crazy. Like, I can wrestle too. Don't forget about that. But I can finish you. If you will leave me get back, I'm gonna choke you. Be careful.
Ireland don't have fighters, but let's be honest. How many fighters do you know from Ireland? Paul Hughes and Conor, and who else? There is no fighter, but you can Dagestan, you can understand. You know, so many organizations, they don't even sign Dagestan fighters because they worry about, like, everybody can become champion, you know. But Dagestan, and let's be honest, Dagestan level of MMA here, but Ireland level, not even half of Dagestan level.
Who do you think is going to be champ by the end of the year? It's tough.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to say Pereira.
Yeah. Do you think he gets challenged by Ankalaev if they do fight?
I don't think in the stand-up division, but
no.
Like, Pereira trains with, like, he obviously knows, like, the only way people are going to beat him is by taking him down, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say Pereira. I don't see the skill level there to beat him yet.
Alex Pereira hitting the bag saying, Sydney, I will see you soon.
Nos vemos em fevereiro. Chama.
You would think that he would be fighting against Magomed Ankalaev, who many thought would be a nightmare of a matchup for him. It's hard not to think that Alex Pereira would find the same kind of success that he's been finding against everyone else. The general idea was that if he fought Ankalaev would just try to take him down and hold him down. Ankalaev promises to knock him out. People are misunderstanding a little bit. Like, Ankalaev's not this high-level great wrestler. He's the best wrestler in the light heavyweight division right now, but he doesn't have all the accolades that come with what used to be considered a great wrestler in this division. But Pereira tweets, I just received confirmation it won't be Ankalaev. So who, if it's not Ankalaev?
Gonna go and beat that guy and maybe see him in Australia. I'm going to Australia as well soon.
Are you?
Yeah.
Feliz Ano Novo, Austrália. Saudade de vocês. Espero que todos vocês estejam bem. Nos vemos em fevereiro. Chama.